Hi, I'm Elaine. Welcome to Top Tip Tuesday on my Stamp with Elaine Facebook page. Today I'm going to talk about the Trusty Tool Dies. This is the Trusty Tool Dies set. Some of these dies coordinate with the stamp set. For instance, the hammer, the adjustable wrench. Now, this image on the stamp box has been shrunk, so it's not true to size. So the adjustable wrench, the paintbrush, the tape measure, what else? A pencil, these will fit the stamped images. That's the proper images. There's the pencil, the paintbrush, and the tape measure. Now this die will cut out a pegboard. You can make the pegboard any size you want because it doesn't actually die cut the edges of the paper, it merely cuts the hole. So you can make the pegboard as large as you want. So for instance, you can put it this way or that way to make it longer, or this way to make it larger. After that, then you can trim the outer edges to create your pegboard, but I've kept it small. Some of these dies can also cut out the images in the Celebrations Trusty Toolbox Designer Series paper. So on this sheet you've got the pencil that you can die cut, the adjustable wrench, a hammer and a spanner, and the tape measure. And on the second sheet with the tools you can die cut the paintbrush. The rest of the images there aren't dies for, but you can easily fussy cut those. I thought I'd explain this. It's obvious this is for the hand battery powered drill. This is for cutting the chuck and the drill bit. I've cut all mine in basic white and then I just coloured them in. So you could cut that in silver foil. I'll put that aside up there. This one is for cutting the circle. It's one die, but it cuts it in two pieces. And one is for the inside of the tape measure here. And the other, or the stopper, on the tape measure. Then there's this one which cuts out and embosses at the same time, so you can colour that in yellow, and that the finger hook in smoky slate. This one that looks like a comb is this die here. It's actually the bristles of the paintbrush. And if you look in the stamp set, there's this squiggly stamp here which shows the paint dripping from the toe of the brush, like so. This one will cut out a screw and a Phillips head, top of a screw and a nut. I found that it was pointless stamping and then die cutting, because when you try and put this on after you've stamped, sometimes even if you put washi tape on to secure the die, it's a hit and miss type thing. Once it's die cut, it seems that it's gone all askew whiff. So it's just easier to die cut it all in basic white and then colour it with stamping blends in smoky slate. Now I die cut all mine in just basic white and then coloured them in, but you could use these and cut them in foil, silver foil. Okay, so that is actually the blades for the wire cutter. So that's the wire cutter, and that's how you assemble it. So this piece here, it's one die, but it will cut out both handles. Or you can cut it out of coloured cardstock. This hammer head, the wrench head, the tape measure, detail, the drill and chuck bit, the screws, and the top of the wire cutters, all these can be cut in silver foil if you wish. This is your power tool hand drill. I coloured the bottom where the battery pack store is in Night of Navy, and then the clutch torque power selector along here I've also coloured in Night of Navy, and I think this is the air vent, so that was coloured in Night of Navy as well, and the rest of it I coloured in Azure Afternoon. Unfortunately, this die does not fit the corresponding image on Trusty Toolbox Designer Series paper. Now this die, which has got a jaggedy edge on one end and plain, I was a bit flummoxed. It's this piece here, but in fact it's for a pencil, so you need to die cut one in the pencil shape and this one separately, either in coloured cardstock. I just simply cut everything in white, and I coloured that in light crumb cake, coloured that in Azure Afternoon separately, and then I glued that on top of this, coloured the tip with a black marker pen for the lead, coloured that in smoky slate so that looks like a rubber, and then I just used my tweezers and ran it across there to mark it and score it. That's the pencil. Now we come to these dies. Normally a toolbox is made out of metal, then you've got these bits on the side which are actually the screws to fix the box together. If you're doing a two-dimensional card, you don't need all that paraphernalia, so actually to add a bit of interest I scored in between the holes for some texture, and then just coloured the box in. I think I coloured this in real red, and that's the handle, so that sits on top. There are all sorts of possibilities. You could use these and attach it to a box base and make it 3D if you wish, and that's one of the options. And I think I've covered everything now, and of course there are the stamps, so there are 4 sentiments. So there's Dad, thank you, you're the most awesome, and happy Father's Day. So that's it. That's the 101 on the Trusty Tools Dies. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll be back with more tips next time. Bye!